Well, I mentioned we'd be able to do spirals in this video, so time to put my money where my mouth is. Let's get into it. In the part modeling environment, I'll highlight the XY plane, and I'll create a circle. Make sure that the circle center is horizontal to the origin, and with our dimension, make it 0.5. I'm going to make this 2 inches away from the origin. And actually make this 0.25. I think that's a little bit better. So let's deactivate the sketch, right? Now I have on my mind a stove. You know those electric stove elements? Let's make one of those. But of course that's a flat spiral instead of a helix. Fortunately, Alibre has our backs. I'm going to choose my helical feature again. And our axis here. And we, of course, make a generic helix. But I have the option to change this to spiral. And when I select spiral, we get a flat spiral, a lot like a stove heating element. I'll give this 2 revolutions, and I'll give this a pitch of a nice round 2, and say OK. On the XY plane now, I'm going to choose a circle. We'll again make that circle horizontal. We'll give this a diameter of 0.5 and a distance of 2 on the other side. I'll make a helix again, but quickly change it to a spiral. Specify the axis that I wish. And we'll make sure that we have a pitch of 2, and I'll give this 2.5 revolutions. That's great. But now working with a spiral, there's a few things that I want. I want the ends to be a little bit different. So I can go back and edit my helical boss, which is of course a spiral. I'll go to my advanced features and see that our profile orientation still applies to a spiral. And I like that normal face a lot better. So we're going to say OK there. I'll generate to my last feature up here. Go back to edit. Advanced, and make sure that this one is normal as well. From here, let's connect these with a sort of an S shape. So I'll select my ZX plane and create a sketch on it. I'll insert this edge and this edge with maintained association, and I'll make sure that they are reference figures. From here, I'll create a construction line, and I'll put it right on the center of my figure and put it above my origin. I'll do the same, select right on the center and put this down. Now I want this line to follow the same orientation as this line. And I have this cool collinear constraint that when I click on a line, it will force another line to be collinear on it or to share the same linear path. A parallel constraint will also work. You can choose a vertical here. We'll go vertical and vertical. And that's about all I need to make my S path with arcs. So I'll choose my arc, we'll choose the center point of this line, and we'll go from here right to the origin. Likewise, choose the center point, we'll go from here right to the origin. And now I can deactivate my sketch. And then the very last thing I need is a circular sketch profile. So I'll select the end of my face. We'll activate a 2D sketch, and I'm going to project simply this face. Actually get rid of my axis there, and maintain association to source entity. So deactivate the sketch. Now I'll notice that my sketches aren't showing up, so I'll hit Control-Shift-K, and that will show my sketches that I've drawn. The other way of doing that is I can go over to my view, and I can toggle my sketches on and off. For some reason my sketches weren't showing, but that's how we can get them to show. Next, I'll choose Sweep. And I'll select my sketch 4 as my sketch to sweep, and my sketch 3 as my path. Now if I look down from the top, I have a pretty smooth transition, and I've got a pretty neat heating element. And that's how we do spirals, and that's also all the options that we're covering in the helical features. Let's tune into the next video for another concept entirely.